friends, it's Carolyn Zick here with Zick Stitch, and today is Saturday, May 24th, 2025. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here spending. I was going to say sharing and spending, and I merged those together. So spending part of your day or your evening with me. It is later in the afternoon. I am trying to get this filmed before the sun moves, because pretty soon the sun is going to be coming. I have windows over on this side is my patio door and a big window, and this side gets the afternoon sun and it will mess up the lighting because it will be like literally in my eyeballs. So I'm trying to get this done beforehand, but it is later. It's like 1:30 and I don't usually film this late, but I was out running errands this morning. I went to Acorns and Threads to pick up a project that I had framed, and then I did, I had some returns to do and got my car washed finally. When I went to the coast for the beach retreat at the end of April, my car got really dirty and I just never got around to getting it washed until today. And it's going to be it's sunny and like 75 right now. It is like, if you like sunshine and warm weather, it's perfect weather. And it's the long weekend here in the US. It's Memorial Day weekend, which is the unofficial start to summer. So technically summer starts officially like June 21st or somewhere around there. But this is the unofficial start of summer, which is where everyone does like camping and barbecuing and that type of thing. And we're having fantastic weather for it. If you like, sunshine and warmer temperatures. So I went to the car wash thinking it was going to be crazy busy. It was not. There was one person ahead of me in line. So I got my car washed finally. And then in that same parking lot is a place where I buy my flowers. So I did some flower shopping. I don't think I'm done yet, but I have enough to get started. I haven't planted them. That was a lot of running around for me. So I'm going to plant tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be my yard work planting day. So that is what I have been up to. I'm very grateful to have Monday off work. I think Monday it might actually be a little cooler and rainy. So it might be a good day to work on organizing my craft room. It's a disaster right now. So that's what's been happening here. So let's get into the whips. This may be a little bit shorter video just because it's later in the day, but don't worry because we'll have a bigger video next week, which I'll talk about here at the end. So my 25/7 piece for this month is Gifts from My Garden. And I always forget to pull this out. It is for #mental health care Sal, I think is what it is, which is the brainchild of Kanday from the 614 Stitcher. Every May, she brings awareness to mental health, and she talks about it on her channel, so go check out her channel. I will link it down below for you, where she talks about mental health, and she's working really hard to destigmatize mental health. Now, I work at a college, and people are pretty, I don't know if I would say open, but students today are much more comfortable talking about mental health and just kind of, they have that language that we didn't have when we were growing up, right? And it's just a little more accepted, I think. So it is very interesting for me to see that shift, and I think it's fantastic. I mean, not everybody, obviously, but in general, they're much more comfortable talking about it. And so I think that's great. I think we're moving in the right direction, but there's still definitely a stigma, and Kanday is working really hard to help take that stigma away so that people can get help. So this is my piece because I chose this for mental health care awareness because flowers just really make me happy. And if somebody brought me in wildflower, I know daisies are my favorite flower, but if somebody brought me a bundle of wildflowers, that is primo to me. So I decided to start this. This is my 25/7 piece, which is the brainchild of Melanie, the Soulful Stitcher, where you stitch 25 minutes a day. Normally I'm getting more done on this than 25 minutes, sometimes 35, sometimes 40. But last night I did it. I think I got 22 minutes in. Here's my mental health matters from my friend Doris. And okay, so we did some more background. So we went up here to do some more of that background. we finished this flower over here, and then we started on this one over here. So that is where we got. So you can see this flower's done, these are done, that's done. And then we're kind of starting to bring this down. The lace that you see is backstitch with 2 strands. So that will happen at the end. So really, I mean, in terms of flowers, I have this flower and that one. And that's all the flowers. And then it's background and that big bow and some stems. So, I mean, I'm not going to get it done this year, but I think this will go on my year of whips for next year because there's no reason why it can't get done. This is stitched on a 32 count blush by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. It's very pale on the screen. It is a very, very light pink. I think it's really pretty. So that is Gifts to My Garden by Hello from Liz Matthews. I'm not very well set up here. Okay. And that's really been fun to work on. So next up, oh, did I lose it? I mean, let's be honest, I lost it a while ago. I did lose it. Please hold. I'm back. I didn't actually lose it. Okay, so the next piece I worked on last Saturday was my Biddy Bowl for June. It was hiding. It's very small. I did get it done. This is the pillow, which is now done. This in total, this is probably the one that has taken me the longest between, so every month has a bag and a pillow. And between all of them, this one took me 5 1/3 hours to stitch. And it's probably because there is a lot more stitching than, I mean, it's still not that bad, but there's a lot more stitching right in here than like in a normal piece. But so I got that done, so that's good. So the next one is the bag, which I'm hoping I can get done in one night. So that is Biddy Bowl June. And once I finish the bag also, that will count for the M for the Magazine Monthly Challenge, a cross deck for this month, which is mahogany. And it's M because it is designed by Pine Mountain. So there you go. So that's Biddy Bowl June. Pillow done. Boy, I really got these out of order here. Next up, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So this is what it will look like. So that's the pillow I did, and then this is the bag that I need to do. So hopefully we'll get that done tonight. So next up is Spring Montage, which is my seasonal Sunday piece. This is what it will look like when it is all done in about 30 years. This is charted by Pain Free Crafts, artwork by Janet Stever. I am right about here, right about there. Like this cherry blossom is not in quite yet, but we're close. So this is what it looks like. So you could see the outline of more of the flowers coming in. I worked on this just the one day. Last Sunday, I got 377 stitches, and I am now at 8.16% done. And you can see, I talked about this last week, this is where that first block will end, which is right there, but it kind of all just runs together anyway. I do think, and I've said this before, I think this one will go a lot faster because it is going to be more block stitching. There'll be a little bit of confetti, but right now with those flowers, there is quite a bit of confetti, so it is going quite a bit slower. But there you go, 8.16% done. So we are moving and grooving. So that is Spring Montage. Then the WIPGO call, my WIPGO call for May was Christmas dinner. This is my oldest chart that I have, I think, that I'm working on. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, it is from Stitcher's World 2001. It is by a design team called Starburst. I don't think they're around anymore. And I think it's based off of painting. But this is what I'm working on. I worked down, so I started out here, if you've been with me for a while. I am probably, I think, to about this tree right here in the background. I have messed up somewhere in there, like somehow I have an extra row. So I got frustrated. So I came down here and I'm starting with the animals, or I'm going back and doing the animals, and then I'm going to do Santa, bring Santa up, and then figure out the rest of the background. That's my goal. So I we got some of these animals in. We are very close to working on Santa. But I worked on this 4 days this week. And this is on, I think it's a 32 count vintage smoky white linen. And let me show you, here's where we're at. The animals look funny because they don't have eyes yet. I'm going to do beads for them because I just worry that, like, I can do French knots, but I don't like to, and they never look very good. So I'm going to do beads because I just think they're going to stay longer. So I think this bunny needed to be, I can't remember. I think he needed to be backstitched. So he's backstitched. These two little birds I put in all these little ornaments on the ground, or apples. I'm not sure what they are. I put in the deer. I put in the little squirrels, chipmunks, and then I put in the raccoon. And then all these little snow bits on the ground. And there is Krynic in here, and you'll see a bunch of holes. So some of this is Krynic up in here. It's kind of hard to see. And there's some holes where beads are going to go. So then over here, what we have to do, there's a little bird, that bird, which I didn't get to, and some more snow. And then really we're ready to start on Santa. So the next time this is called, so this is done now for the month. And so whenever it is called next, it for sure will come out in July for Jolly July, regardless of whether it's called or not. I mean, I'm hoping it's called in July because then I won't have to make up that call in August. But this will come out for 5 days in July. So I am sure we will be starting on Santa sometime in July. But this is Christmas dinner. Whip-Go Call is done. So let me show you my board. So this is my Whip-Go board. It was this one right up here, which is number 19. So we are done. Number 5 is Elegant Pumpkins, which is the other call for this month. And that will be, it needs 2 more days to be finished, or 6 more hours. So that's what the board. So far, looking pretty good. No bingos yet, though, but that's all right. Okay, so that's Christmas dinner. Then, and then I gave one night to Hearts and Flowers, which is a piece I started earlier this year in February, I believe. This is from the February Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is the February 2023 issue. And it is Hearts and Flowers, and I am doing the vintage one. And this is for the monthly theme for Magazine Monthly Challenge. The theme is antique, and because I'm doing the vintage one, I thought that was perfect. I am on the outside. So this was my 25/7 piece in, I think it was February. So it was good to pull it out and get some more work on in this border. I'm stitching this on a 32 count vintage country mocha, and the white shows up really well. So far I've just done all white. But, so what you don't see, like these little upside down hearts are all the way around. It's all done. I got up to here and realized I had made an error. Do you see where there's 2 little stitches right there? There should be only 1. I'm not taking that out because that would mean I would have to frog this entire row. I'm not taking it out. I'm just going to deal with it. It's vintage. It's antique. So it's going to have errors. And probably if I don't point it out, you probably won't even notice. So I got a bunch of, like, this is what it is. It took me 3 hours last night just to do all these hearts. So it is still in the Q-snap because I'm hoping it will get 1 more day on the last day of the month. So I'm going to leave it on here. And see if I can give it a little more progress because I am really close. I'm probably like halfway across, so I would just have this little bit of hearts to do. Now, if you look closely, there's a lot of like these back stitch lines around the hearts. Because I messed up over here, it won't work, I don't think. Which, let's be honest, I'm not mad about because I may do like a modified. You can see it better on this is the modern one, and it's on black. You can see it a little bit better. It's the same exact design. It's just done in different background. But you can see those white stitches, which does definitely add something to it. I will have to see if I can make it work. But we will see. There'll be some finagling because I'm not going to take all that out. That was a lot of stitching. And then there's a couple borders that are just white borders. You can see, again, you can see it better on the black one. So this is just a row of a border, and then there's an inside row, and then another little border. So, and then we will get to the fun part of the actual heart. But anyway, so this is probably going on my Year of Whips piece for next year of Whips list. But anyway, that got one night. I'm hoping to give it another night this week to work on before the end of the month. But we'll see. Okay, haul. Let me start with some haul. I am with Crazy Annie's. She reached out to me at the beginning of this year and asked if she could send me it's Nutcracker Forever series by Annie B's Folk Art, where you get one chart a month. And I'll show you in a minute here. I'm working on another one that I got from her that I paid for. But so I'm not paying for these. So she sent me one to give to you and one for me to keep as well. So these are giveaways. So we got two of them. Well, there's four here because it's one for me, one for you. But we got two of them. So we got number 4, which is the Mouse King. Super cute. And then we also got number 5, which is Snowflakes. Really cute. The ballerina dancer. So it's really, really cute. So I put mine in my stash, and we will do a giveaway with these. We're not going to do a giveaway today, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So I got that in the mail. Then I got my May issue of the World of Cross Stitching. Look at this. Look at this. They did this on purpose. They put that word there. If you've been with me for a while, anemone garden. Anemone garden. Everyone can say that word. I immediately thought of you all and how many of you tried with your phonetic spelling and to help me pronounce it. Actually, the piece I'm going to show you that I picked up from Acorns and Threads was stitched on a piece of fabric called anemone. So I just thought that was really funny. And I thought of you all when I saw that. So I got that, and then it came with two freebies. Very cute. So I'll be doing a flip through. Hopefully this weekend I will be able to do a flip through for you of that. And then I went to Acorns. So at Acorns, they have a coupon book. So you get 20% off something every month. This month, it was 20% off your entire order. And so I had mentioned a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that Parkington Manor by Rosewood Manor, we are starting August 1st for Robin Birdseye Stitch's birthday. This is her birthday start. When she was here at the end of April, she bought the pattern. I already had the pattern. It's a 2025. It's a market release. We found the fabric at Acorn. So we both have the called for fabric, except I think we're doing ours on 32 count. It calls for 28 count platinum linen. I think ours is 32 count. And the called for is Weeks Dye Works. She doesn't give a DMC conversion, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't find one online. Anyway, I picked up the thread for it. Look at those colors. They're a little washed out, but like, oh my gosh, they're going to be so, so pretty. It's like frosty blues. So I got all the floss for this because I had my coupon. So I picked up that. Then I have been wanting this chart for a while. Beach Rat. Because I think it's really funny. And especially when I was at the beach retreat, I really wanted to start this, but I didn't have it. I didn't have it, and I started that other beach piece. But I think this is really funny, and I would like to start it. And Artsy Housewife is going to be one of the designers at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, which I am going to in September. So I picked up that. And then this other one, this is very not me, but I just think it's really funny. And so I wanted it, and I want to stitch it. It's called Christmas Chicken, also by the Artsy Housewife. It's a chicken with a wreath. I don't know. I just think it's really funny. Not my style. I'm not a chicken person, but I love this. So I got that one too. So I picked those up today. Then the real reason why I went today is because I got a framed piece back. This is the Snuggle is Real, which I had it framed. It's going to go in my bedroom, and I love it. I think it turned out so good. There, that's a good color. It's like a blue. It's looking a little darker. It's looking almost black on the screen, but it's definitely like a deep blue in person. It pulls out the blue shading in there. So that is the Snuggle is Real, and I love how it turned out. It's stitched on anemone fabric. So I'm thrilled with this. I think it looks so great, and I can't wait to hang it up in my room. So that is the main reason why I went to Acorns. So I'm excited to have that. Okay, that's everything that I got. Giveaways. Okay, folks, we hit 7,000. I think we're at like 7,002 or something last time I checked. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm not prepared to do giveaways today, but next week I will be more prepared, and we'll have a big long video where we can sit and chat, and we'll talk about June plans, and we'll do like a special 7,000 subscriber giveaway. So we will do that. So stay tuned and definitely tune in next week, because we'll have a good video. I mean, they're all good. Just kidding. Not necessarily. But it'll be a fun one next week. So stay tuned for that. And again, thank you all so very much for tuning in week after week. Or maybe this is your first video and you're like, what did I get myself into? I don't know. We're just here for the chaos and the fun. So thank you all so very much. So plans. Let's talk about plans. So we're going to continue working on Gifts from My Garden 25 minutes a day. The next time I see you will be the 31st. I'm pretty sure. Which is crazy. This month went so fast. So, yeah, so I will be working on that all week. I'm going to work tonight on Biddy Bowl June, try to get the bag piece finished and started, because it's not even started yet. Spring Montage for Seasonal Sunday will get its day. Then 2 days this week I have devoted to, this is the other, like from Crazy Annie's, that, when was it, 2003, 2002, I think. Kenny Modernist, where it was, you got a chart each month. And this is on my year of whips to finish this year. And this is number 9. So I'm hoping to finish it in 2 days. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Dove Gray even weave. So that's where I'm at. I have the whole fox to do and some snowflakes and a couple of trees. So it'll be close, but I'm trying to finish one a month. So then the whole thing will be finished. So stay tuned for that. So hopefully I'll be able to come back and say number 9 is finished or mostly finished. Then I'm going to give 1 day to Ghost Pumpkin. This is by La Di Da. This was something I picked up at the Garon Stitching in the Wild Retreat in September. This is the G in mahogany for the acrostic, and this is also on my year of whips because I'm really close to a finish. So here's where we're at. So I don't know if I can finish that in a day. Do you think I can? I only have 1 day allotted for it, but we'll see. We'll see. It's not going to take 2 full days, I don't think, but we'll see. We'll see where we get to on that. So look for another finish next week. Then, so that's Ghost Pumpkin. Then, to finish up Whip Go, we're going to do Elegant Pumpkins. 2 more days. This is what it looks like. It is in the Just Cross Stitch magazine from September, October 2011, I believe it is. And I'm working on this back one. I have this one done. We're working on the back one. So this will get 2 more days. And this also counts for the Y in mahogany for the yellow pumpkin, even though I'm working on that. Look at that needle miner. Doesn't that go almost perfectly? Even though we're working on the orange one. So that's that. Then 4, wait, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll see. I may have one more, I think next Saturday. That's why it's not on here yet. Next Saturday, I will either do hearts and flowers if I get everything done, or it may be a mishmash of finishing up the Biddy Bowl and Ghost Pumpkin. I'm not sure yet. So we will find out next week what we need to do to finish everything up. So, folks, that's everything I have for you today. And yeah, I'm going to go clean everything up here and get this uploaded. And we got it in right before the sun started coming through. So it's starting to change. I can see my light already kind of going in and out a little bit. So I hope you have a great week. Have a very safe Memorial Day. Remember to wear your life jacket if you're out on the water. Don't boat and drive, anything like that. And I will talk to you next week.